everyone. So I've had several requests for a guided journaling video about self-esteem. So today, guided journaling number 11 is all about self-esteem and ways you can journal to improve it. So we're going to go through a list of prompts in today's guided journaling session that focus on self-esteem and self-love. I want to help get you out of that pattern of comparing yourself to others. So that's the primary goal of the guided prompts today. A little bit more about healthy self-esteem. It's primarily about thinking about ourselves and our worth in a very balanced way. So it's totally okay to recognize your weaknesses, and we can accept our weaknesses and decide whether or not it's important to us to spend time, energy improving those weaknesses. But we also need to recognize our strengths and successes and not be beating ourselves up all the time, of course. So while we go through these prompts today, if it's really hard for you to think of traits that are kind of about your abilities and skills, just go neutral if that's what you need to do for this first session you have for yourself. Okay, so let's all get a journal we love and a pen we love and settle in for these guided journaling questions. Feel free to pause the video at any point when you're writing, as this is your time and only you know how much time you'll need to explore each prompt. You could also write down the prompts as I say them and then do them later and not in sync with the video necessarily, if that's a better method for you. So we are going to start this self-esteem journaling session by writing down, just kind of like freestyle writing about some of your strengths and qualities. So after you've given yourself some time to think about your strengths and qualities, and hopefully that's starting already to help with some of your self-esteem struggles, I want you to, and this might overlap a little bit, but I want you to write things you're good at. Okay, now this will be a little bit different a little bit, how do I put that? When you're writing down things you're good at, it's kind of about your opinion. But now I want you to just write down some skills that you've acquired. This is helpful because I think so many of us don't give ourselves credit for those skills we have. We don't think of them as, considerations of our kind of like worth. And sometimes that can help us just think about those skills we've worked on. So it could be anything from a professional skill to a lifestyle skill. Like I've worked really hard over the past year to build up my cooking skills. So, I want to give myself credit for that. Okay. When you're ready, I want you to start thinking about compliments you've received. Because there might be some clues in there about things that you could feel good about that maybe you haven't even considered yourself. Now, if any of these sections are uncomfortable for you, you can just skip them. You don't need to start with all of the ones I'm presenting to you. These are just ideas for you. Okay, when you're ready to move beyond compliments you've received, I want you to start thinking about challenges you've overcome. Okay, when you're ready to move on from that, I want you to consider how you've helped others. So I'm just going to write, I have helped others by, and then finish my sentence. Whatever comes to your mind, nothing's wrong. Don't worry about if those people would agree with you or not. This is a time for you to focus on your self-esteem. So it's about how you think about yourself. That's what matters here. Okay, now I want you to take a moment to think about what it is you value the most. And it could be more than one thing, but the idea is just to get clear about your values, because sometimes the things we're judging ourselves on aren't actually things that we care about that much, or that at the end of the day we actually think are that important. Okay, so you can, if you want, and this can be a whole nother journaling session also, but you can think about how your values and your skills, or your values and your talents, are lining up right now. So hopefully by looking at how your values and your talents or your skills are lining up, you can evaluate how you're doing in terms of how you're spending your time, the things you're choosing to focus on and care about. And I hope that this helped you get started with self-esteem journaling. You could do these prompts frequently if they helped you, or they could get you started on a whole other path that you kind of design on your own. Self-esteem is a very very big topic, and so we'll be doing more looking into this topic in the guided journaling series in the future. Have a great week. Bye-bye.